Well, hello. Welcome to Pepper's Echo. My name's Andre. And yeah, it's another Sunday afternoon for you in South Africa, another Sunday evening for me, and all over the world, different times. Good to see you guys again. I hope I'm not looking too tired. I'm just falling asleep. I've got so much work to do today, but all wonderful to see you. Cameron, how's it going? Who else is there? Cameron Hendo Eyes. Debbie Murray, how's it, Debbie? I saw you on this afternoon as well, or this morning, with the City Church in a Box. I've named it by its right name, City Church Part 2. Nice. My dear, beating me to it again. Nigel Soden, how are we keeping? Cameron, Debbie, Cameron, and Fiona. Hello, Fiona. Good to see you. Auntie White Zulu. I got Cameron. Okay, so that seems to be what I've got on at the moment. Yeah, well, not going to be too fantastic today, as I say once again. Valerie Cooper, hello. How are you keeping? Very nice to see you. Shooting from the hip again. Oh my goodness me, yeah, with load shedding, it is a bit of a trauma there in South Africa. I don't know what to let me try and get some of this way. I don't even have a fan on today because I found my vape, so I can have the aircon on in the room now. And I know you guys are getting hot as well for a change. Arbot, our local, lovely, fanatical, testicle chef. Alison, how are you keeping? I was wondering if you're going to be, that foot looks so sore, and so chuffed to have you around. Thank you very, very much for popping in there as well. And DVD, my old friend, Jacob Voss. Anyway, don't worry, I'm not going to pull that one up. Yeah, it's been good. It's been a good day. It's been a good weekend. I think the week is looking rather scary this week. So yeah, I'll take the weekend for what it is and enjoy it a bit as we go along. So, going for starters, let's not forget. Let me do some sharing here. Let's not forget the good stuff. What you watching? What are you watching? Fiona says, your fan is on. I'm running fever again. Oh, no, Fiona, that's not good. That is not good at all. Sorry to hear that, man. And Valerie says, Eskom's off, power is off. Ex-dorm. Yeah, thankfully I have a happy box for nice stuff. Where's Arbot says, popping in quick, busy day. Oh, Arbot, but yeah, thanks for at least showing your face and saying hi. It's always good to hear from you as well. But anyway, let's take a look. What you're watching? What are you watching? Don't forget Chris Wired Africa. Anything that you want to know, news and views, reviews, all the insides and outsides, what is important. If you're watching SABC and E News, you're missing out on the internal little impacts of things. Endo, I didn't watch rugby this weekend. I've had I've had a busy weekend, but it's been entertainingly busy. Let me put it that way. It hasn't been work busy. So the Bulls, I don't know if they played in pink again, but if they do, and I'm not a Bulls fan, so yay for losing Bulls. Sorry, I'm really, really facetious when I say that. But yeah, and I don't know. I think the Stormers not win, and I'm quite interested to know what happened with the Sharks as well. So I will probably tomorrow night when I drag myself home. What's Cameron said? Just was about to say they forgot to put us off. There goes the power. Oh, no, Cameron. So there goes Cameron. There goes the power. Oh, good grief. Oh, they'll never forget that. A little bit late. Oh, no. Fiona says 3 weeks of cold and flu. Oh, jeez. Allison's greeting everyone there. Hello, Debbie Murray. Sending healing hugs. Hopefully better soon, Fiona. Definitely not rugby. Hi, Hendo. Sharks won. Made my day, Hendo. Much better. Thank you very much. Okay, so all your news and views, as I said, always behind the scenes, looking up and seeing what's happening with great explanation always catch old Chris Wyatt, and he's always got some good things to say. Well, not necessarily good things to say, but he's always got good insight into things that he's talking about. I see there he's just yesterday been interviewing the founder of the Drakensberg Choir, and something about South African court bans independent media from publishing state secrets, US travel warnings. So yeah, he's always got some good. And if you are like Hendo and you enjoy rugby, like Hendo and myself, you'll also always enjoy Rugby Ascent. He does a great commentary on the rugby, as well as insights and interviews on Chris Wyatt's channel called Rugby Ascent. You cannot go wrong there. Definitely not. Shame, Cameron, you're on cell phone now. As long as the battery holds. It's not, I don't know if it holds 4 hours if you're trying to stream on that as well. Chris Wyatt live stream with Drakensberg Choir was good. Yeah. What's Cameron say? Watch for now. Yeah, Fiona Timms, we're getting there now as well. And what does Alison say while we're about it there? Well, my neighbor at my place asked me to look after her sick budgie. Woke up this AM budgie nowhere to be found. I really need to write a book about all my weird, funny experiences. Well, as long as the budgie's gone and you can still find it, as long as it's not lying legs up at the bottom of the cage, is really good point there. Okay, and we get to Rugby Ascent. Then don't forget our main man down in PE, Ronaldo Gous. Very good chappie. He's got some great clips in that out. The one clip that he's talking about that he's just put out on a short, which I'd like to just bring up something on it today, is the Discam. Don't appoint whites allowed. So I will mention, I'm not going to throw papers and everything all over the place, but it does sort of form out with what I was chatting about. No worries. Yes, I saw you, Cam. Thanks. I saw you shared out all the links and that. I'm assuming so that you, before your power went off. Thank you very, very much. I will revert back to them now there. What's White Sulu say? Fiona says, I love rugby matches, but have to be in a big screen pub full of drunk Shark supporters to... Well, I could catch a couple of drinks and I can pull in there. Hello, Ruthie. How are you? Just to say hello. I've got you on because after Ronaldo host, our main man, we have a rebellious Ruth, and she's just dropped in to say hello to us as well. Don't forget to catch her on her channel and do some subscribing over there. She also has some wonderful things to pop on and put on over there. So as you can see up on your screen, you have the very one and only Benoni Pony. No, I don't know where it is. Just now I insult somebody with that Benoni thing. So yeah, catch Rebellious Ruth. And then of course there's always Buzzy's moments. Don't forget, she is around and she is streaming again as well. And she's always, if she's not in the foreground, definitely in the background. We also know that she's quite ill at the moment. I think she's broken a rib too, so it's very, very painful. So, wow. And then our very own White Zulu. Do not forget, Auntie Fiona. It is absolutely nostalgic. It is reminiscent and beautiful to listen to those stories. I see there is one as well. It's a short little 2-minute where you actually had the opportunity to meet King Charles III. And Camilla, which is very, very nice. But the rest of your stories, and they're all up there, chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. There's an intro as well. So if you haven't, Benoni Pony Essays, My Little Pony, says Endo. Yeah. I just don't know what they look like, but taxi. Not gonna. So, yeah, I agree. Sorry, Ruth, I didn't mean to saddle you. Mind the pun, saddle you with a new nickname. Okay, yeah, enjoy. Yeah, as I was saying, Auntie Fiona on the White Zulu, please don't forget to subscribe. She has an amazing amount of subscribers. The views are phenomenal. If I could get half your views and half your subscribers, I would be quite happy. And then, of course, she has a website, whitezulubook.com. White Zulu Book. Don't put that in because that White Zulu is copywritten. I don't know how you can copyright a general name, but anyway, whitezulubook.com is the story of a misplaced South African. And that, if you just go through the website and the photos and that there as well, you will definitely be picking up, should I say, you'll be picking up a lot of connotation with the book as you go along as well, and some facts that we will be looking at sooner or later, just to maybe bolster the show a little bit, because I don't know what to bolster it with today, because let me just not go down under. Bolster. No, anyway, yeah. Yes, so there we go. So there we go. You met Camilla and Charles III. Very, very fortunate. So what is he like? Is he a gentleman? Is he offish? You think he'd be able to rule that country, or is he just like need the money to carry on with life? Yeah, and Debbie Whitesulu video. Oh, let me get through. I'm not going to go and bring up all the links. Fortunately, thanks Cam and everybody has put links to Buzzy, to Whitesulu, to Rebellious Ruth, to Chris Wyatt, to Ronaldo, to Rugby Ascent has all been put into the links as well. Okay, so now that I've finished telling you what to watch, have a nice day. Take care. Bye-bye. No, okay, can't do that. Chapter 3 is up now. Okay, we're looking at Whitesulu, and she says chapter 3 is up now. How my grandparents met in the late 1880s. Were they as naughty as what people are in the 2000s? The 1980s were probably the best, but yeah, we're not going back down there. We actually walked down memory lane last week. What's Endo say? Fiona, your grandma or grandpa was a party animal. My goodness, did they have parties like that in those days? So what's Whitesulu say? Charlie isn't too bright. Oh my goodness me. Special child. Yeah, no. I was looking today at things and yesterday, and I actually saw it this week before. I was fortunate to see the letter before Ronaldo did a video on it, and actually him doing a video was really, really good as well. On Dischem. What's it? Watch The Luckiest Girl Alive. I've seen that movie. What was it like? Let's see. Good movie. Wanting watch Halloween ends. What? Good movie. Wanting watch Halloween ends looks scary. Oh, yeah. We keep watching Halloween just for Jamie Lee Curtis. Sorry. Yes. The movie. Let's take a look. His grandma, yes, he was a DJ at every party in the Dargle district. In 1880. Did they have DJs in 1880? I didn't see this like quartet with the banjo and the trumpet and hit it. And then he just like show him to shake. And the Browns said, I don't know. Ruth says, Debbie says, was a long movie, but good. Okay. I've wondered whether I should try The Luckiest Girl, because I can sometimes just takes long. What did we watch the other day? There was something, but it just looked like absolute nonsense because nothing was really happening. Cameron says, Chuck is after the money to support his lavish lifestyle. His lavish wife. Debbie says, I love Mila Kunis. And that is The Luckiest Girl. So yeah, she's good. Yeah, Rebellious Ruth said yes. Sorry, not Debbie, it was Rebellious Ruth. I'm watching The Watcher. It's really gripping. The Watcher? The Witcher? The Watcher? I need to watch The Witcher still. DVD is going to kill me. Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis for the win. She grew old with me, except she's getting older now. While July Enjoy It was just let down in the end. What is this? Enjoyed. Oh, the Watcher. Okay, well, don't tell us. We can watch it and all get let down together. That's what Ronaldo does. He's like, you've got to watch this movie. 3,000 Years of Longing. It felt like 3,000 years of longing for the end. But anyway, Debbie says, I watched Holy Family series. Very good. Okay. Is it on Netflix? I have Netflix, I have Stan, and then I have another option to watch whatever I want to. Played the piano by ear, and the very first gramophones had just come out. Oh, there we go. You could scratch on the gramophone. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, it's good to know there were DJs and people who actually ran the parties in those days still as well. Sounds like the swinging 20s. Cameron, I have The Witcher on Steam. Yes, I do too. The games I have 1, 2, and 3. I've finished 1. I've been a little with 2. So I went straight on to 3, but it's not pacing so well. It's like I like the stories and that, so I also need the time, and I just these days I'm not even catching streams the way I should be catching streams, so I don't have the time for them anymore at the moment. It's just taking so much time to actually get through. Currently, I am playing Cyberpunk and Mass Effect at the moment, and I'm bobbing between the two of them, and I'm waiting for the release of World of Warcraft's new expansion, Dragonflight, on the 28th of November. Netflix, okay. And that is called, let me just go back to where you said Holy Family series. Okay, that sounds great. I will definitely give it a watch. As long as it's not like 3,000 years of longing. It's longing for the end. Cameron says, your grandfather was a honky-tonk pianist. Allison says, the streams are always interesting no matter what we talk about. Good vibes. Well, I'm just shooting from the hip today. Last week, as I said, I don't want to repeat everything all the time because it goes from good to boring. Last week, we had this like wonderful, absolutely stunning walk down memory lane. White Zulu says it was the swinging 1880s. And Ruth says, thank we had some respite to this heat since last night. It's amazing to me. You know what? When I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh, I'm dying of heat in South Africa, it's going, oh, we're freezing. And I'm sitting here thinking I'm still dying of heat, and they're going, oh, we're all too hot. And I think to myself, you're like my teachers in the hall. You know what? They're like, oh, the air cons are not working whatsoever. They're not working. Somebody's got to turn this cold on. So eventually I'm making calls. I'm running around. I'm throwing my toys all over the place. All the air cons start working. The very next message next morning is, it's far too cold in the hall. And I'm like, oh, really? So, yeah, I love the cold. I'm a cold person. Cameron says, I'm heavily into Ark at the moment. Ark came for free on Epic the other day. I just don't like having to make things and stuff like that. It doesn't really crafting is the word that they call it. I'm not really into that. It's a waste of time to me. I've got to make money, kill somebody so I can get money so I can buy stuff. Valerie says, in 1971, Charlie served on His Majesty's ship Norfolk. One of the crew somehow managed to catch Charlie turd, then vanished it boxed. It covered with purple cloth, and then you could pay to have a shofty at his a shofty at his lofty. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, they say you can polish a turd, but you can't call it a trophy. That one obviously you could. I quite agree. I felt really down this morning, but knew that. Thanks, Fiona. Valerie, not much good movie, TV content out there. Too much wokeness. There is, but it's starting to get a little bit better. I've actually got a friend watching Longmire again. If you guys want to watch a nice series, because I know he's binged Yellowstone to pieces. And he's like, wow, that's fantastic. So I said, well, Longmire is a good one to watch. I haven't really picked up anything else that I'm watching heavily yet now again. This week, as I said, this week again has been so I'm suffering a bit to actually create good content and bring stuff because I don't have the time. So I do apologize, guys. But yeah, I think people are realizing. I think even Netflix is realizing. Work is not the way to go because work makes you broke. Definitely. What's Debbie say? Definitely not. As I binged watched the series yesterday on Netflix, Holy Family, 1 season. Nice. There we go. I remember hearing about that, Valerie. Oh, you're talking about old Charlie's polished trophy. Too much about that. Too much Halloween crap. Cole, I don't know. You know what? I don't know what to do for Halloween. You can talk to me about it, but I don't really celebrate Halloween. I know you're going to all like look at me and blah, and who do you think? And everything. I just don't open doors that shouldn't be open type of thing. And I know I've got a lot open that I shouldn't have open, but I do. Cold person, aka Iceman. Too much of it. I also polar bear, prefer the cold. I love cold. I'm telling you, I believe you can get warm when it's cold, but you can't get cold when it's warm. I used to hate Sundays because the end of the weekend, now I look forward to Sundays. That's wonderful. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Alison. You are such a wonderful person to still actually be so upbeat and be in such pain. Seawolves on Netflix, very good as well. Okay. Closest thing I've seen to that currently is a movie called Greyhound with Tom Hanks in it, about the ship, the Greyhound ship, that there's a certain part across the channel where they used to escort the cargo ships over, and then the little battleships used to, because they couldn't have air coverage. It was too far to have air coverage over there for the planes to fly out, cover them, and fly back again. So there was a certain area of a day or two that they were without air coverage. And Greyhound was pretty good. I quite enjoyed that. I do all the collecting, and I have a friend that builds. Oh, Cameron, I do all the collecting. I have a friend that builds on Ark. So as soon as my base is built, I will share a photo of my base. Sounds good. We'll chat gaming sometime as well. Longmire, Hendo, no, Longmire. Longmire. See if I can find something on Longmire, yeah, because I actually have it on WTF Facts. There's a trailer for season 1, 2, and 3. I'll actually put it on. Hopefully I don't get battle tagged or anything to that effect. Yeah, take a look. This is Longmire. Just hang on. I suppose I need to share sound, huh? Thanks, Buzzy, for this afternoon. I started with City Church and didn't have sound. Yeah, this is Longmire.
Absaroka County, Wyoming. You get right down to it. It's not all that different from New York City. Both have their good points and their bad points. Both have wealth and poverty. Both have problems with race, corruption, violence, greed, and murder. But Absaroka County is something that New York City will never have. They have me.
There's a man dead. Now, I'm not leaving here without an explanation. I'm a patient man. Help me. Come in ambulance. I don't have a cell phone.
Longmire, new drama series, premieres Sunday, June 3rd at 10 on A&E.
And there we go. Let's take that off. That's Longmire, guys, and I quite very much suggested to be watching. So yeah, Hendo, Longmire. Where we got next? What other show is similar to Yellowstone? Cameron Longmire, the one that I've just shown you. I had a friend that watched Yellowstone, and while he's waiting for season 5 to come out, he's busy watching Longmire, and I actually introduced him to it just before the weekend, and I think he's gone through 2 seasons already. There's 5 seasons of Longmire, 5 or 6, I'm not too sure, but it ends beautifully, so you can watch it, not a problem at all. You have a full ending. You're not ending at the one season and then sitting there, okay, I can't wait for the next one to eventually come up. Debbie, me too. Halloween good for the kids? I don't know. Over here, they do celebrate Halloween quite a bit. South Africa, I don't know why they actually do Halloween, because it's got nothing to do with South Africa, really. It's nothing that actually came out of South Africa. I think it's just another money-making scheme. It's like Valentine's Day. I don't really care for Valentine's Day very much as well. Not that I believe there's anything. Let me not go into deep details, but I just believe it's a retail way of making money. But as I said, Halloween, I don't have a problem with people. I just, you know what, I don't have a problem with what people do. I mean, if you watched Carl's City Church today, you'll see that our life is faced with choices, and we have the choice. It's what you choose, and I choose differently. So it is what it is. So yeah, we're all polar bears. So we're all cold bunch of people over here. Okay, sorry. Halloween good for the kids. I don't know if it's good for the kids, but the kids love it because they get free sweeties. Now, if you give your kids sweeties every day, they won't have to do Halloween, but they'll also be a bunch of fat little oinkers. I just love horror movies, says Hendo. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just I get bored through them. The worse they get, the more boredom I get. And it's not because they're horror movies. I'm very similar in comedies. I'm like, and everyone's laughing their asses off, and I'm just like, and my wife will look at me and go, "Didn't you think that was funny?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm laughing inside. It was good. I just don't do comedies that well." Yeah, Cameron, you can only get naked in the heat, so but in winter you can layer up. And there's, but this is cold though. You can get Milo and you can heat it up at in the winter as well. So I don't know what I'm going to do in summer. I'm going to South Africa in summer, so I'm going to just like take my G-string along, and that's it. You can only get naked. Sending hugs. Cameron, the series 1883. Yes, that is a prequel. That's very, very good that you mentioned that, Fiona. Is the prequel to Yellowstone. Very good as well. Yes. So, yes, I know Niels is wanting to watch that too. 1883. Thank you, Debbie. Fiona. Love Penguin Town. I have not seen Penguin Town. I have seen Happy Feet 1 and 2. But not Penguin Town. No, not Longmire. 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 Probably the Swedish version. No, I don't know. Longmire. Let me see if I can actually type it onto a banner quickly. Longmire. Add banner. There we go. Longmire. Longmire. Okay. What's that? Dopebox? Is that where you get to watch it? Oops, I shouldn't advertise these things. But Cameron has a way of watching it in the links. Oh, geez, I've lost where I was now. Dorner, says Cameron. I don't know why. There. Thanks. Endo ex Mark a lekker skopskiet en Donner. I enjoy that as well. Chuck Norris, Jackie Chan, Where the good stuff, the good movies, going back to last weekend, where the good movies from Stallone. I loved, by the way, Hendo, I loved Samaritan. I thought that was really, really good. The new one with old Stallone in it. That was absolutely phenomenal. So, yeah, enjoy that. Yes, I enjoy a nice little action-packed movie. I enjoy a good thriller, or should I say more a suspense, things that make you think and tick. That's what I'm currently watching, but it is really a bit of a snore fest. House of the Dragon is what I'm currently watching, the prequel to Game of Thrones. And it's basically just a story that you've got to watch, because it goes to sort of picks up to the to episode 5, and then it just like zhoo, and then all of it is just story. I might as well be reading a book, and even my book's more interesting than that. Which, if I can finish my work early enough tonight, I can actually read my book and probably finish it tonight. Yeah, means I've got it all. I won't go book shopping tomorrow, but maybe Tuesday I can go book shopping. Fiona says, I really enjoyed Longmire, so that's good. I'm very pleased you got to see it. I hope it's the same thing that we're talking about there. The House on the Left, scary but riveting. No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, I can do riveting and thrilling, as I say, but when it comes to horror and the eyes are dropping out and the noses are shooting flames and the guts are falling all over the place, and it's not that I don't like it, it's just like boring. And then someone says, yeah, did you jump? I'm like a delayed jumper. I first calculate everything. Is it necessary to jump? Was that a reason to jump? Is there a scientific explanation of why we should jump, or should we not worry about this? And by that time, it's all gone. So, have you watched The House on the Left? Scary but riveting. I shall take a look and see. Debbie, yes, I know of it. It's a good movie, says Endo. Okay. And Debbie says, remember the show well, Longmire? Very good. I'm pleased to know that there's more people agree with me. Going to shower and listen, please, no peeping. Woo! Take us with you, Valerie. No, I'm kidding. Longmire, yeah, thanks, White Suluth. There we go, Longmire. Lovely seeing everyone. Please see you all this Tuesday evening. Okay, there we go, guys. Ruthie is on Tuesday evening. Do not forget to catch her. Otherwise, she will fall. And then I have an adult dating site. I don't know why. Just somebody kick him off, please. Pause 36. Don't do commercial retail funding. Yeah, that's the whole thing. Anything like that. I mean, there's so much. Even the good stuff these days is in Cambodia. They don't celebrate Christmas, but Christmas is all over the place. Yeah, there is more celebration of Halloween in Cambodia than I have seen in South Africa. Although they don't trick and treat so much, but they'll have Halloween parties and Halloween. They've even got them in the windows and the shop stuff and everything and all that type of stuff, and every food delivery and that has it. We'll do a thing on Halloween sometime. I just don't want to step onto the wrong side of the fence, because I know a lot of people are like, whoa, it's just the shiz, and others are like, ooh, you will go to Halloween if you. And I'm, as I say, it's a personal choice. I don't open that door. Endo says, we don't need Halloween in SA. We got the EFF protesters already. And I have another adult dating site. Trolls. You're not a moderator. Did I not make you moderator? Kick him off, my dear. Halloween hasn't much to do with the UK either, but it's a huge racket. Yeah, that's what I say. Not much to do. Yeah, but Halloween, not my thing either. Don't like romance series. I love true crime history series. True crime's good, as long as it's got an ending. I hate these unsolved mysteries, and at the end, we never knew who did it. Spent the last hour and a half watching this. Yeah, why? Debbie says, hyperactive children to go run off all energy from sweets. Thanks, Cameron. Nailed the troll. I was a bit too slow. No worries. Hendo nailed the troll. Thanks, Hendo. Nice one. Just watching the big... Oh, Hendo, you cannot go wrong. The Big Bang Theory is just the shiz. It was so... The two series that I loved, that I was so heart sore at the end, it was like saying farewell to Friends, was Friends, if I may say. How you doing? And The Big Bang Theory were the two series that I had the most difficulty in saying goodbye to, because they were phenomenal. Waiting for them showed up. Conscious Caracal live stream this week. I don't know, waiting for what? Maybe I missed something over there. Mrs. Brown's Boys, brilliant, brilliant. Oh, that's nice. And you know where that comes from if you've been watching Mrs. Brown's Boys. Okay, so what are you saying? No, you have to watch Penguin Town. It's on the Cape Town Penguin, such as an... Oh, fantastic. Love documentaries. Talking about documentaries, there is and I don't know if they've got anything about it on YouTube, a channel called the Curiosity Channel. Curiosity Stream. Don't know if they've got a trailer on it or whatever. Okay, but let me tell you that this is really pretty cheap. I paid, I think, I had another thing, a Black Friday, hello retail, a deal of about like $8 for the year. I think it can go to like $12 to $13 to $14 for a year. Oh yeah, I was about to say my phone isn't here. That would cost you in the region, let's say you're running on about $15 in a year. It's 275 Rand, and boom, it's got the channel. I have it on my Android box as well, my TV box. It's on my phone and it's on the computer, and it is really interesting. It has all kinds of documentaries on wildlife. Let's take a look. I haven't seen the trailer, so let's take a look. Here it seems to be a little trailer. Make me face on it. It's pretty cool. It's got on everything, whether you want science fiction, whether you want history, battles, humanities. And all I actually wanted to is get to the end so that I could pause it there. So, okay, obviously I'm not meant to, so I'm not going to. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Take you away. There we go. Curiosity Channel, Curiosity Stream. As I said, it'll cost you 275 Rand, max 300 Rand for the whole year. Not the month, anything, for the whole year. And you can put it onto all your platforms that you want to. And it has got from mystery to murder to wildlife to sciences. If you want to go into historic battles, if you want to go whatever documentaries, I quite enjoy it. And I will definitely pay it up again. Not a problem at all. And I will remember Penguin Town. And I'm assuming, Debbie, that Penguin Town is on Netflix, because it still seems to be the most dominant, even though it's busy running out of steam. It still seems to be the most dominant streaming channel, platform out there. Remove the link now. Hopefully everyone got it. That it watch Longmire. No worries. No worries, Cam. It's all good. All good. Anyone see My Octopus Teacher? You know what? I've seen pieces of it. I've meant to. They say, I have a friend of mine who I still would like to get onto this channel sometime, Trevor Tim. He's really, really a phenomenal chap. Just a normal, everyday person. So you know what? If you know of normal, everyday people who are willing to come into the channel and actually have a little bit of a chat, these are the people I'm wanting to talk to, because that's what Pepper's Echo is all about. The everyday person from the outside looking in. So I'd really like to when he's not so busy, because he's been through some really, really hard times and he struggled, and he's musically inclined. He's a musician and he's very, he's like an artist. He does graphic design. And when COVID hit, he got let go for a freelance. He was doing freelance. What do you call smart drawing or something like that for a magazine. And you know what? You'd think people would go and lie down and cry, and no, and he loves his coffee as well. So they opened up a little coffee shop at the church bazaar. Him and his wife started doing t-shirt. What's that? Not painting. When you sort of put ink, not what's it? Screen printing t-shirts and that. He does gigs at different clubs and places in Johannesburg, and now he plays for about 3 different bands. For them, he itches onto them. And I think at Rumors, he has an open mic night that he has going, and he jumped into the entertainment business by just like, okay, well, and he's my age as well, and he jumped into going into like, profiling people. I'll be an actor or whatever, and they take anybody and everybody, and he just went for it. He just, if you want to have a picture of somebody who never went to lie down because the world stopped turning, you catch old Trevor, and he started the world turning again, and he's always positive. Nothing happens. He's builds up BMX bikes, old BMX bikes and things like that. He's done the 92.4 or 94.7, I don't know, the bicycle ride. His mom died of cancer, and he put up a T-shirt, and he got a BMX like ET, put an ET in a basket on the front. He says he'll never do it again, but he did the 94.7 with a basket on the front. And anyway, he also stated that My Octopus Teacher is an absolutely awesome movie. So I actually feel bad for having to tell you that I have not seen that. There's a lot that I have not done. Cameron Heslop, did you enjoy it? See, the guy was murdered or his house was robbed, though. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know where we're going now. Okay, Cameron Dunn, tell us about the movie. I'm not putting that up. Yeah, seen all the movie. It's funny. You sound like an overthinker. I'm too. I don't know if you're talking about me, but yes, I am. If you talk to me, there's not an angle that I haven't thought of yet. I give myself headaches. Actually says, I don't watch those, too predictable, and I watch TV for entertainment rather than to be shocked. You know what we're talking about now? Probably horror movies or things like that. Ina says overthinking is an understatement. Yeah, no, I do it. After Halloween, Christmas looms, yeah. And if only it was for the right reasons. But everything else is about a big fat man in a red suit who was actually a brown suit that actually came from, was it Lapland, or some say it came from Germany, some say, we'll get to chat about that one day as well. It's terrible. Even these straws, they've made paper now in the Milo. It's because some fish died. Now they want to take away plastic straws. And I'm kidding. I do believe that we should look after the fish. Mr. Procrastination. Yeah, I've been putting off doing work a hang of a lot. Says Hendo, you're taking my wife's side here. Dude, buddy. No. Troll. Hendo, troll. Hendo says we have them simultaneously. Christmas and Halloween, and too much of it. Yeah, well, we were talking last week that guys are actually putting Christmas decorations up into the stores already. Young Sheldon, I have been watching as well. Very, very nice. There's really a nice little thing afterwards. He's very cute. Jessica Fletcher, Murder, She Wrote. Remember, we had to be in jammies and everything up for that one. That one was rough. It was sad she passed away at 98. It's a good innings. I'm not too sure who passed away at 98. But talking about it passed away, who's that guy? Robbie Coltrane. He was Harry Potter's Hagrid. Passed away at the age of 72. Very, very sad to have heard that. So he's passed away, John Coltrane. And he's well known for Harry Potter, but he's also a very, very well-known actor in many, many other movies and series as well. So he's a well-known celebrity, Robbie Coltrane. But yeah, many people know him for Hagrid in Harry Potter as such. Debbie Murray, so it's called Curiosity Stream. That is it. Yes, you can actually, that's a cheap option for an annual fee. Definitely, you can pick it up on the internet. You just go to Curiosity Stream. It has a little, I have it on my pad, yeah. Yeah, you can see I'm working. I have all the electronics out here today. And I'm very frustrated because my pad is not syncing with my, I'm going to show you my phone I reset the other day. Don't know if this is going to work, so I'm going to try. There is a little, looks like a little tuning fork, and it says Curiosity Stream. Let's try and take it back. Anyway, it's a yellow logo. It looks like a little tuning fork on it. I know it's looking a little bit, but it says Curiosity Stream, and it's like a little tuning fork with a yellow logo on it over there. Actually, I'm stupid. I can actually just look it up here. I have a heart attack every time I knock something over. And you can sign up there for it. And I didn't need any VPNs or anything like that because it is on. And if it comes up normally in Cambodia, stream, it will definitely work in South Africa. There we go. That's it there. That's the site, curiositystream.com. There it is. $2.99 a month. Okay, so it's 3 times 12 now, so it's a little bit more, so it's 36. I got mine for about $12 if you hang in. Oh, that's the standard HD annual, works at $167. So if you're going to pay for it, monthly, you're going to pay more. If it's annual, $167. What is $1.67? Where is my phone? I'm going to throw milk all over this place. I can see that. Coming. $1.67 is 30 Rand and 66 cents. So that's going to be times 12. Sorry, I'm reading off the 30.66. No, that can't be 30. Is the exchange rate that bad at the moment? Yes, people. It's 367 Rand. My apologies. It's going to be 368 Rands. 367, 368 for if you pay annually. It'll be 367 or 368 Rand for the for a year, but it'll be paid up front. If you're paying monthly, they're charging you $2.99, which I sincerely don't think you should be doing. That works out to $55 a month. You don't want to do that. 367 for the year. You can sign up for it over here, but you'll see it has an amazing array of. If you don't watch documentaries, it's not worth it to you. But if you do watch documentaries, definitely worth it because it is broken down. I don't know where you can see what is on there. And as I said, I got it on a Black Friday special. It was like something like, I think it was $12, $10 or $12 for the year. Bam. And it was really good if you like it. My teacher was excellent. I'm only on Netflix, so yes, all recommendations. So Penguin City, Penguin Town, and Holy Family. I want to see those. Thank you, Debbie. Last year, the guy was with... What? Cameron, the last guy I heard, the guy was with robbed or murdered. I don't know. I don't know. I just know he passed on. So at 72. Oh, you're talking about the teacher. Sorry. Shows you how lost I am. I'm lost in translation, people. I'm sorry. Christmas decks have been up in stores for. How's that, eh? By the time December comes, you're tired of Christmas. From Harry Potter. Yes, the dude from Harry Potter. Jessica Fletcher passed away. Oh, shame. That's terrible. Yeah, no, she was a lovely, lovely lady. Angela Lansbury, I think her name was. Yes. Orange is the New Black. I can't get into that one so well. It's like Weeds. Weeds I watched and I watched and I watched, and I think I actually watched about 5 seasons of Weeds. And then it really started weeding up my garden. It didn't work for me. Right, now I've got to watch out. I'm putting coffee in front of me now. I've been knocking that box over so many times that I can eat. This year's going to be a budget Christmas. Don't worry, Eskim will make sure of that. You're only going to get half the day for Christmas, so you won't have to buy the whole day. Cameron, Curiosity Stream should sponsor you, Pep. I don't know. I'm just doing it for the fun of it. And obviously today is not exactly the most, how should I say, essential day or riveting day. I think you guys are all like snoring and drooling on the other side of the camera today. So I do apologize if the day is just like but I have them. And all I'm thinking, you talk about overthinker. As I'm sitting streaming, I'm thinking, there's an interview tomorrow. I've got the exams tomorrow. The director's off. He's not, because the deputy director's off, so I've got to take his place. I've got exams to run. He's thrown an interview on me, but it's in the middle of my exams, and I'm not going to get that done. Plus, I have a report to actually put in. Plus, I've got attendance registers and everything to pull tonight, as well as actually set the exam schedule. And it's like, so I'm like, yeah, the show's going on, but the mind has like lost the show already. I'm telling you, it's. I don't want to swear on the show, but they say my mind doesn't wander; it totally f's off. And it's not in SA, EFF Teletubbies. Thank you for sharing Curiosity. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Curiosity Channel. Yeah, it's a little thing in yellow, and as you can see over there, it looks like a little tuning fork, the little Y. But very, very interesting. I quite enjoy it because I was watching a thing on Winston Churchill the other day on it. I did not know that man had been kicked out of parties and political parties and caused a lot of mess so many times, and he just kept on coming back and kept on coming back till he became. You don't see the struggle behind the actual result. You just think of this great successful leader, but he went into his father's political party and he was there for I don't know how long. Then he kicked him out. Then they went to the opposing guys, and then he had a channel issue when too many people were killed, and then he got thrown out this way. Then he went back and back. And he really just, it didn't come easy. Success does not come easy. I cannot believe your exchange rate. It's time I send some money back home into my bank account there, because I use that solely for sole purposes, because it cost me a ton and a half to actually send anything back there. And I try to cover stuff for me mum or me policy and that type of thing there, but I can literally use my fingerprint to see what's happening with it. Yeah, I can't do anything else with it because it's all locked up. I don't do OTPs and things from South Africa to here, so I can't even open up there and buy anything online from there. Too strong compared for other currencies. Dollar, yeah, you know what? With the old clowny Joe Biden, I thought that that dollar wouldn't last at all, but it seems to be climbing. And I don't mean to be bringing you good news, but I think up to next year, somewhere along the line, it's going towards the 19 Rand mark. I was taking a look at some kind of projection, and next year it's on the 19 Rand mark. I don't know what we're sitting at the moment. It was 18.30 for a dollar last I checked, and I said, well, let's take a look, see a bit. 18.36 it is at the moment. Brother and sister. That is a stranglehold. Especially when everything is placed towards the dollar and you're getting paid in rands. Let's get White Zulu's got some. Fiona's got some. Robbie Coltrane was in very poor health. He played a cracker. Yes, he did that in BBC series about a Scottish detective for many years. He was morbidly obese. Yeah, he was a big chap, but I mean, so am I. And had an enlarged liver from too much alcohol. I have an enlarged heart. I love too many people. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think he did have a bit of a drinking problem as well, that they said as well. Along the line. I don't know what he was like when he ended, but yeah, I just know he was a pretty famous chap. I don't know him. I don't know about him or anything to that effect. What's it? You were right, Endo. Cameron said you were right. Okay, hopefully you're not left, Brew, because Cameron is insisting that you are right. Please smash. Yeah, something I forget to tell you guys. Please smash that like button. Get these like terrible little likes. Debbie Murray, they are pushing up the price of diesel so that Eskom has a good reason to increase the electricity price. Yeah. We were talking about everything was in pretty much tip-top shape. Now, I don't want to say to people go back to apartheid era or apartheid years, etc., etc. I'm pretty much on Ronaldo's wavelength when you say, you don't want to go back to that era. But when ANC took over, everything was in pretty much tip-top shape. What you had to do was involve with your country as the future evolved. You had to maintain, you had to grow, and you had to build. I mean, even if you take a look at any city building, I mean, take a look. I'm playing this stupid little game called Heyday at the moment. And any of that is, it's just, as you grow, you've got to create bigger, you've got to create more, you've got to create more storage, you've got to create more building of this to actually make yourself economically viable. It's a game to children that grown bananas can't figure this out. It's just, yeah. Where's Debbie? You need a trip switch on that brain, Andre. It's forced. I do, Debbie. I absolutely, my eyes sometimes feel like barbed wires dragged across it, because even when I'm sleeping, I can actually stress myself out something horrible. And yeah, it actually becomes such a ball that you end up procrastinating because there's so much that you need to do that you don't actually grab hold of that site. It's hectic. There'll be water restrictions, Gauteng saying, oh geez, I hope there's water by the time we go down there. Alison, start saving water for us. We're coming to shower by your place. No, that's why he's got Ina. No, I've got Ina to force me to do things that I don't want to do. That's why. Because I say no, and then Ina goes yes, or she keeps quiet and just leaves me to look like the bad guy. Viceroy on Mountbatten. I don't know. What's it? The Viceroy about Lord Mountbatten is very good as well. Oh, on Netflix. When you said Viceroy, I immediately thought of Brandy. Sorry. Bad previous years. Cameron says, yes, it's sad, Fiona. They are also charging more for water if you go over your limit. Also think they want everyone in Gauteng to pay 300 to 500 Rand to try and decrease the fee. You see, you can't hack money away from the people. And this is why I'm saying they have not maintained or grown the economy whatsoever, grown with the economy, grown with their country. And now everything's a problem. It wasn't a problem 25 years ago. It's a problem now because you haven't developed with the years, with the progress. Progress means you need to develop. You need to put money in there. You know that money that you shoved into your back pocket was supposed to shove into developing your power stations, was supposed to shove into actually building dams and water dams and things to that effect, was supposed to be shoved into the upkeep of the roads, etc., etc. Even a banana like me from the outside looking in can actually tell you that. And now they're trying to claw money all over the place, but they're so used to putting it in their pockets that when they claw the money, they shove it into their pockets and they're still not doing anything about what should be doing. So even if they were, if they were, I should say, hanging people out to dry to get the money to sort out their problems, I'd still say, well, you know what, maybe you're trying to rectify a problem. But at the moment, no, they're not trying to rectify a problem. They're just trying to find another place to grab money from. And that's a problem. That is a problem. 8 years ago, the pound was 18 Rand a pound. Now the dollar is where the pound was. Yeah. I remember in business, we said it was pretty healthy business to have the dollar at 8 Rand to the 8 Rand to the dollar. And then it was pretty high and it went up to 9, 10 Rand and everyone nearly had a hernia, and then it dropped back down to 8. And we said, you know what? It's healthy business-wise, for business-wise and import-wise and things like that, etc., etc. Somehow it worked out to be healthy. But yeah, now it's 10 Rand more already, 18 Rand. I mean, I remember leaving it, I was calculating it 13, 14 Rand to the dollar when I came here. And that was, nearly 4 years ago. 8 years, yeah. That's absolutely shocking, Cameron. So she can put onto Savannah Unplugged. Remember that advert? What? I need more than Savannah. I need something stronger. There's no such word as maintenance in Zulu language. Yeah, fix it. Whatever. Problem is inflation exported by the USA, even UK feeling it, getting difficult. Yeah, unfortunately, the UK still got, the UK still got a pretty strong currency. I mean, SA coped when the Rand was on the 1-to-1 with the dollar. Thanks, Alison. You'll save us some water. Start putting those big dishes around. You just got to heat it with a little coal stove or a paraffin stove or anything, because there's not going to be electricity to heat the water. Enda, I've got to give it to you, but still, White Zulu, what is van kakan in Zulu? Isn't that too funny? We all associate differently with words. We clearly all need a viceroy. Yeah. Yes, I'm feeling the pinch already. Right, so the food increases is strong. Well, even in Cambodia, and I mean, we're like, wow, this is such an economic place to stay, etc., etc. The prices are hitting here as well. And the problem is Cambodia is very, very the same as South Africa. I've told you this already, where your locals are the same as locals in South Africa. The pay is the same. You're getting far too little to afford what is going on. And the dollar just kicks you out of the park. Of course, Ukraine is a good excuse for everyone at the moment, at the current reason for problem. But yeah. White Zulu, there we go, Hindu. Ugubosha. Hier kom. HKGK. I'm feeling the pinch already. What's Alison say? I'm afraid in SA is in dire straits, and it is sad. SA is beautiful with so much potential if people could just look past pigmentation, judge people on their character and their work ethic. Well, that's what I actually wanted to talk about an hour ago when I started, but I love getting into you guys' messages. So I do hope you can forgive me for not chatting what we wanted to do. Help with SA sharp population rise, especially with the Bantus. Yeah. You know, we've got to probably have population control going along the way. You know what? We'll pay you for your first and your second child if you need child grants, but thereafter, no. You know, you can't go around just popping out kids left, right, and center. We'll pay you for your first mistake and your second oopsies. Also, maybe you didn't learn properly from your first time, but you know what? Sorry, we're not paying for any more mistakes. Then you're probably going to have more kids being left in dustbins and things like that, etc., etc. I don't know. But mind you, does the money that gets granted to the parents who have like so many children, does it actually get used on the children, or does it actually? Because I know when we were in furniture retail companies, like it was basically low income furniture retail companies, high interest return type of thing, and your biggest market was your black market, and people with child grants were buying furniture on credit, and it's like, how much do you get a month? Now I get like 600, 700, 800 Rand a month. Oh, well, you can pay 400 Rand a month off on your furniture and your lounge set. And I was credit manager. I used to have big fights because I didn't want to allow them to put those deals through. No, they have a business at home that brings it. What do they do? No, they sell cool drinks. Then I go and check. No, there's a fridge with two bottles of Fanta or something like that. No, they sell that. No, that's not going to bring you another 1,000 Rand in. But I mean, people were just by paying off furniture loans. They were paying off alcohol. They weren't even getting food for their house properly on these child grants. So, yeah. I don't know. We're taking child grants away. Are you really taking money away from parents? Or are you taking money away from the bottle stores? It's a thought. It's a discussion for a day that we can maybe look at. I don't know if they're doing that. Yeah, Cameron says, I thought they were doing it already with the grants. I don't know. I may be just having a brain fart that's already there. I do apologize. Cameron says, I think Buzzy will be here soon. I know she's facing heavy load shedding at the moment as well. Right, here we go. Another problem is draining SA finances is the grants. People are on grants because of high unemployment rate. SA needs to create jobs urgently. Yeah. Unfortunately, the country can't look after their nation on grants. Cam, don't you want to do me a favor? Every time I say that's a good discussion point, tuck it down somewhere for me so that when it gets to around about Thursday, Friday, and my brain is now going all over the place, and on Saturday evening and during Sunday when I'm really, really having a fainting fit because I don't know what I'm going to say on the echo, you send me one or two and say, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this, baby. You and me. Okay, right. Good point. Sad as they are using the grants to support the bottle stores. Definitely. I'm on my phone, so it's challenging. Yeah. No worries, Cam. Just sometimes, I don't know. Something you brought up, Alice Cameron. Johnson BBE is not helping. Now, this is what I was wanting to say. The Discam thing is a letter that from the CEO that basically went out to the Discam. And watch Ronaldo Gouw's video. Watch Ronaldo. Thanks, Cam. I got the child grants already. Thank you. Watch Ronaldo Gouw's video on the Discam incident. And it is actually, I saw that letter as well. You can see it on Ronaldo. It's a short one, so it's like 10 minutes long. That they sent, and they said, oh, you know what? We've been employing far too many white people and far too few black people are being employed. And this is just absolutely, it stops now. So number one, they are now going to be handling BBE to the KPAs, to bonuses and things like that of the managers and everyone to that effect. So if you don't make it, that can be as much as 30% of your bonus or et cetera, taken away. All appointments will personally go through the CEO. They need to start looking at stopping any, not performance, any, when you're building someone up, grooming or but betterment, but I can't think of the word now. Development, where people are on development programs and things like that. That stops everything to that effect. That stops. It's basically, you know what? It's black or not, black or not. That's it. Which is ridiculous. So I mean, you are happy to take every white person's penny and coin that walks through your front door. You're happy to take every Indian's coin. You're happy to take every colored person. You're happy to take every Asian person's coin that comes through your front door. But you're only prepared to take black people on in your company now because you're afraid that you are going to be fined 10% because you don't meet BBE standards. And as Ronaldo said, you know what? My 200-300 rand a month is probably not going to make a difference to Discam, nor will my few bucks that I come in and spend when I go to South Africa. But I'm really not going to Discam or Clicks at the moment. I will find the one-man family chemist who still looks after the people for being genuine and is not looking after a profit line and being discriminatory against me. And I will go and support him. Be he black or be he white, I don't mind. I'm not saying I'm looking for a white chemist. I'm looking for a one-man chemist who genuinely cares about me and not about the bottom line and is happy to discriminate. That is a problem. Fiona says after 28 years after apartheid, jobs should be given those with proper skills and not on the basis of skin color. Well, Cameron says, I agree totally. 10 years to readjust, balance about. Look, there'll always be, you know what? I don't say that you shouldn't have a certain. I'm not saying that you shouldn't at least try and better people, but you can't throw your whole country down the toilet because you want to paint your palette blue and gray. That is not going to happen. What is going to happen is you can develop jobs for people by putting the most effective person in the position, be he whatever color, be he male, be he female, or whatever they identify as. I heard a good one the other day. If men are from Mars and women are from Venus, then all these other generations, genders, identifications must come from Uranus. So, yeah, I like that one. But yeah, getting back to where we're talking about now. So, yeah, you know, I don't want to profess that I know everything, but I do believe there was a lady, I think I've told you guys about it already, that we went to visit in hospital, and she was from Australia and she didn't have any family here. And Ina's sister phoned and said, don't we just want to go and see her there in Johannesburg? And we were actually going to be visiting, or not visiting, we were looking at immigrating to New Zealand at the time. And the reason I'm pleased we didn't go to New Zealand is I think we would have just changed our country and put ourselves still under quite a bit of stress. But and Ina said, I'll go there. I'll flip burgers if I want to. And the lady said, yes, white people in South Africa are pretty lazy. They don't want to do these mediocre jobs. And I said, what do you mean? She said, they don't want to work in burgers. They don't want to be waiters. They don't want to do these sort of like what they would call less important jobs. And I said, lady, it's not that they don't want to. I said, they're not allowed to. The minute you have a job that is unskilled, or a job that doesn't require training, that doesn't require papers, that doesn't require anything behind your name for it, it's not allowed to go to a white person. They're not lazy. They're not allowed to. Oh, she says, I thought they were lazy. And this is a lady from Australia. And I thought, well, you know what? If the rest of the world sees it like that, how blind can you be? How blind can the rest of the world be? I'd love to get Colonel Chris Wyatt on. I must actually. We'd get talking about a lot of things. Woolworths did the same as Discam has done, but we all carry on. Well, this is what I was wanting to talk about. First of all, does boycotting really work? And I know I'm bringing it up when it's time to close. Does boycotting really work? Should we actually boycott? Or should we just go, oh, bugger it, we'll just buy there anyway? We'll just carry on. It doesn't matter. As long as it doesn't affect me, it's okay. As long as I still got a job, it's okay. As long as I'm still eating, it's okay. As long as, you know what, the boiled frog scenario we've spoken about before. Disney was the first to utilize moratorium with films. Now SA implementing it across the human factor, putting us on the shelf. There we go. How's it, Buzzy? You got some electricity? I've been on too long, I know. With Buzzy's in and there's electricity in there. But what I wanted to know is just a quick ending off. And you think about that. Does boycotting really help in life? I want to go back to, if you haven't watched this morning's City Church, I will leave it on for another 2 weeks. I'm going to be taking the other one off tomorrow, part 1 off tomorrow. But I will leave part 2 on for another 2 weeks now. Because I see there was only 3 of us on this morning. So I hope the rest of you catch it, because it was really, really good as well. And we're talking about choices. So we choose. So yeah, you get the right to choose where you want to buy. But do you choose where you don't want to buy? And does that really affect? Or is the country like a bunch of boiling frogs? if it doesn't affect me, I'm not going to jump out of this pot. It's not boiling. And then get boiled alive with it later on and go, you know what, I shoulda, woulda, coulda. Or does it not matter? You know what, do you affect too many people's lives? If you don't, if you don't boycott, then it's okay. If you do boycott, do you affect too many other people's lives in the process? Good people. I mean, I'm sure that there are at least some white people, some Indian people, some colored people still working for Discom as well. Does it affect them? Do they non-triple B double E in? So first you have the non-triple B double E candidates out. So if you boycott him, they're the first to get kicked out. Does it affect them? It definitely doesn't affect the top guys who earn the big bucks. I mean, and I don't believe the shot is called by the person, by the black, white, yellow, pink, colored, brown, whatever person at the till busy serving you. The person in store who's trying to help you get the item that you're looking for. I don't believe it's them that is making that rule. It's not them that is saying it. You know what they're saying? If I can just get a job to feed my family, I'm fine. I don't mind who I work with. I don't think it's them. Are we boycotting the right person? Because does it affect them and not the person who's put that statement out there? Because I very much, you know what, I felt the same way Ronaldo said. You know what, I just don't see why we should go and buy there. But who are we affecting? Because the guy who's at the top, who's earning these big bucks, who doesn't want the 10% fine because he's not got a properly balanced company, so just put whatever you can into the company and stop employing white and other colored people. It must go black now. You don't affect him, but the person who is black, let's say the black person behind the till, the black person on the floor, doesn't mind who he works next to, doesn't mind who he works with, is helping you. He's not taking your money and putting it in his pocket. He's putting it into the till. He's putting it into the big guy's pocket up there. He's just too happy to have a job, a low-paying retail job that is long hours, that is able to pay the bills at home. The guy on the floor, the lady on the floor that helps you, is not interested if there's a black, yellow, white, orange, pink, purple colored person working with her on the floor. She is just too happy to have a job, to pay the bills for her home, to put food on the table. She does not care who she works next to. She is not the person. Are these the people that we carry our resentment out towards, our hatred out towards, our boycotting towards? Is boycotting such a clever idea when the people like you and I don't have a say in it? Let's take a look. See, I missed a whole lot again. Always did the same. Disney, hello everybody. Hello. There is a guy called. I'm going to carry on for about another 10 minutes if anyone's interested. There's a guy in Hillcrest that had a burger stand at the BP across Christian Village. He made the most delicious burgers. There we go. Oh, bullshit, yo. Just so much more to love. I identify as skinny. I'm transland. I'm going to keep that one. I'm taking that one. Thank you, Alison. I'm going to identify that way from now on. I'm from Uranus. White South Africans are much sought after here in the care industry as they're known to be hard workers. Yes. Over here as well, but it's because people just, it's a very much a show thing, yeah, more than anything else. That's why I also say, Juju also comes from Uranus, semi-net. Thanks. Cameron, no, boycotting does not work because no one does it. If we all did boycott, these shops would close down fast. Yeah, but my question is, who does it hurt? I love that. Thanks, Debbie. You were there this morning. There are 3 C's: a choice, a challenge, and a commitment. And today we had the choice, which I like the fact. I actually did. I was on commitment today this morning because my friends and family and myself are on 4. So every 2 weeks we do 2 ahead of where I do the show. But it's actually quite nice because I sort of like quietly just sit back and watch when I run it on the Echo as well. But today we did choice, and it's the choice of actually getting involved. It's many people stick up their hands, But how many get involved? And I think Debbie's knocked that on the head as well. Everyone's happy to stick up their hand, but the choice of actually being involved and doing your calling is another one. Waitulu says, boycotts and sanctions only hurt the very poor demographic of the population. This is my worry when I look at it like that. As I said, we are boiling frogs because we have become too acclimatized to everything happening in South Africa. I think that this is how life is supposed to be. We don't even know we are boiling in water. Yep. The thing is that pre-1994, they would boycott. So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Oh, well, South Africa was boycotted. But what I'm saying is, I'm referring to what we're sitting with now at the moment. We did a Spur boycott at one stage. I mean, Clicks I don't really care for as well, because they just fell to their knees for the EFF after so many people came to back them up. Discam, there's so many people. There's so many companies that people actually try and back up to make things happen. And then we get disappointed by them, and then we refuse to utilize that company or something like that. Like me, as I said, I feel exactly the way as Ronaldo feels. I might not be in South Africa. I might not use Discam every month or so. Sorry, my mind is going for a ball again. You'll see that happens to me. I'm sorry. But I might not use them every month. But I'm happy to go, look, I'm looking for the one-man guy that actually cares for me, and I want to go and support him. But my question is, it's not necessarily my opinion, it's my question. I love throwing these things around, and we really, as Cameron's thrown the thing into he said to me, remember now child support and stuff like that, and this is actually what I did want to speak about. So I must actually learn to ignore your messages, people. Thanks. To ignore your messages, because I sit and I go through the message and you've got such lovely messages. But what I want to take a look at and say to you in all honesty, when we decide, when a company brings out a statement like that, when Clicks makes that kind of decision, when Spur makes that kind of statement from their head office, when Discam sends a letter like that out from the CEO, when we boycott that company, are we boycotting people with that vision, with that perspective, or are we boycotting innocents that are caught in the crossfire, is my query. Because the people that get affected are the people on the ground, the people like you and I who are looking for a job, who will work, doesn't matter who I work next to, how I work. Sometimes it's long hours, low pay, especially when it comes to retail and hospitality industry. And the people on the ground, the waiters, the kitchen staff, the cooking staff, even the store managers and supervisors and things like that in a restaurant, in a Discam, in a Clicks, in a Woolworths. When we boycott them, are we actually hurting the people that have made these statements? Are we hurting the people that are enforcing these laws? Or are we hurting the people like you and I who are just trying to make ends meet? That's the question. So I'd take a look there. Yeah, it says, boycotts don't work. Nobody does it. If we all did boycotts, these shops would close down fast. The problem is, who are we closing down? The big boys who get all the big bucks, or are we closing down the people like you and I? That's the one thing. And I'm just asking. It's a question because I feel the same way as you guys. Don't worry about it. I just thought I'd throw a question in there to make it look a little bit different, to just stir the cup the other way around. I think this is how life is supposed to be. So we don't even know we are boiling in water. We're talking about the boiling frog. Yeah. Bepazeka, the things is that pre-1994 they would boycott. So what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Yes, they did. I don't support these spaza shops that are owned by Somalis. Yeah. No, I agree there. They can, but mind you, here's the next problem. Valerie. Boom, throw a trip. Let me throw another little pebble in the water here. And maybe it's not good for you, but people are smokers and they smoke, and sometimes it's security blanket. And that's a whole discussion for another time, is why you smoke. But if you're going to have a smoke and you go into a Spar, a Checkers, a Pick and Pay, whatever, and you're paying nearly 50 Rand for a packet of smokes, and the Somali shop around the corner is selling it for 25 Rand, 20 Rand sometimes, it's your survival. People are going there. If I buy Surf, Oma, whatever, etc., for 50, 60, 70 bucks over here, and I go to the Somali shop and it's costing me 20 Rand over there, that's the problem. You shouldn't be supporting these guys because you're not supporting local. Because the guy from Somalia is very clever. He is not supporting local. He's taking your money, and half of it's going home to Somalia, by the way. It doesn't come here. This is one thing that they do worry about over here. If we have like Filipino and things like that, these people work. They're hard workers, but they take their money and half of it goes home. So, yeah, a double-edged sword there. Cameron, I'm still boycotting Spur. So I want a breakfast and I want a cheese and shrimp steak, please. Cam, it's the only problem is that, you know what, you're boycotting them, but yeah, it's not making a difference. Number one, because people have just got over it, the boiling frog syndrome. And number two, have you actually, who are you affecting? Are you affecting that one Spur who probably has maybe a different idea? Or because the person who made that statement at the top of the tree, or the person who made the statement of that Spur is not the one that you're boycotting, by the way. And that's the question. I'm just throwing questions in there. I'm playing devil's advocate. I'd like to play a little bit more devil's advocate. Maybe next week I'll have a topic that I can work there. Debbie says I support local as much as possible, as long as they don't overcharge me. That's the one thing over here in Cambodia, the little shops on the street corners and down the streets and that type of stuff. I can sometimes get what I'm looking for cheaper at them than what I can find at the supermarket. Sad thing is I've got such a horrible habit of I don't care, and I go and buy it at the supermarket anyway instead of going to look at the little places, because you can go to the markets and you can buy toothpaste, you can buy washing powder, everything, the whole toots, anything you want. I just won't buy meats and that at the market. It's terrible. But people do because they have to. It's cheap. But you can buy everything for cheap at the market if they have these markets over here. They have one big one in the middle of town called Central Market. You can buy anything. I actually get my underpants there because it's the only place to get underpants that fit. A little bit of unnecessary knowledge that you have there now. But yeah, if it's not overcharging you, then yeah. Definitely. Me too. Don't do Spur, KFC, or any of those places. I have that same feeling, guys. And that's why I said, you know what, my biggest feeling about this game is I won't go as much as buy a packet of Fisherman's Friends there anymore, because I used to do that. I just question the fact of who are we hurting when we don't? Who do we work for? If our CEOs or executives or those in the comfy spots upstairs actually make that call. I mean, I'm busy losing my mind because one of the bigger chaps in school has seen fit, instead of concentrating on a accreditation of something which is costing us far less but is not in place, is rather concentrating on putting in very expensive computer systems and creating a whole lab of that, which isn't of care, and nobody was consulted, but we're losing it. But I can do nothing about it. Stevie say, I hear you. So it's people with position of power calling the shots. The innocent workers get caught in the crossfire. That's what it's just something I'm asking. By all means, everybody has their own opinion, and you have your own little piece. And as I say, I've gone on far too long because I actually meant to have this discussion as the main topic, but I was just going through too many things. The thing is, people on the ground working for these places should speak out first. The people on the tills work with the public and should defend us before these stupid ideas are passed. Are you willing to open your mouth when you want your job? You have a 30 to 40% unemployment rate in South Africa. You are so replaceable, it's just not funny. And you need to open your mouth? I don't know. Cigarettes cost me 80 Rand a carton. There we go. Arbot even gets them almost cheaper than what I do. And I don't believe Arbot goes to Pick and Pay or Spar or whatever. And it's not this way or that way. It's a matter of we can't live. You can't afford to actually do that. You do what's best that you can. Pre-1994, yeah, boycotts and sanctions only made South Africa stronger and more self-sufficient. Definitely. They flipped the world and said, that's it. Watch us. And we actually did, which is really cool. If I worked as a packer and they said they were only going to employ BEE, I would tell the bosses that the people are going to stop coming from the shop. They probably do tell them that. I mean, we say the same things, I mean, in the positions that we are. Yeah, no. I'm being reminded that I still have work to do and I'm carrying on here. But, you know, and I tell them, you are going the wrong way. I mean, my exact statement is you are pouring resources into the wrong assets. And if it doesn't go that way, you know, once again, the only people that are going to feel it is the people at the bottom. If you're a packer and you tell somebody that, yes, you can. But if they don't listen to you because you're a packer, and in the end, because people stop going to the store, guess who's going to get the marching orders? The packer, not the guy at the store. Valerie, I buy my smokes at Spa. I don't support any alien spazes. It's good stuff. I used to, just out of, because it was what I want to say, convenient. I used to go to the Spa all the time. I used to smoke, let me not try and advertise, but the Pall Malls. Like when everything was hitting the 40s, Pall Mall was still in the 20s. Because I loved my Camels, of course, but they just like shot. And now I'm busy becoming an illegal, because it's illegal to vape in Cambodia. My 555s. Something sweets or something like that. It's actually blend number 555. Yeah, otherwise these are normal. That's about $1.40 for a packet. So it's basically South African prices, if you look at it that way. I mean, with your exchange rate. That's why I say nothing difficult here. $1.40. Oh, it's not too bad actually. It's $25. Maybe the exchange rate just dropped or something. Anyway. So yeah, you can go to $1.40, $1.50, 60 for Marlboros, things like that. Not a problem, but still. Valerie, go buy my smokes Spa. Yes, no, it's good if you can. I did it as well. Just some people. I also can't afford to eat it Spur. Yes, that's the next blasted thing. But once again, you know, when I got there, I was like petrified and chuck it to $1 and it's not that bad. Once again, it's the income of that they have there. Spur is a franchise, Fiona. They are individually owned. Yeah, sorry. They're individually owned by whoever opened it and is trading under the name Spur. Yeah, so it's difficult. I'm busy cooking sadza and gravy. Sadza and gravy. You know, I'm hungry. Before I can start working, I need to eat. And it's 8:30 at night, yeah, so I've got to actually. Cameron, actually, our company, W.G. Browns and Company, sold the Spa franchise in 1979. Okay. I can't afford Spur or takeout. Yeah. Funnily enough, we find places to order food from that is cheaper than to actually make it ourselves. So you pay like $3.50 for spaghetti carbonara and a $4 for a corn bleu or a chicken schnitzel. So it's like $8.50, and you can't put that money together for lunch. So sometimes we do. I keep a bit. What's it? I kept quiet, bit the bullet so as not to be fired. So it's survival when they hold your pay as ransom. Yeah. Yep. That's why people, especially in South Africa, are that worried, because, I mean, you can be replaced like that in South Africa. And trust me, if you're not black, the CCMA, and even then, the CCMA is not necessarily on your side. So about smuggling, Framanet, Endo. I settled on one at least, Endo. I showed you the other day, I had a whole lot of this way and that way. Hello, my puppy. She want to come say hello to the people. I'm not beautiful. I'm not beautiful. Hello. Say hello. Show them your Yoda look. No. Baby Yoda look. This is little Jessie. And say, guys, when I have my t-shirt on, I look like a granny. And I have a liquor license. Look there. Okay. And I have a big heart. I do. It's 30% bigger than a normal little heart. So I've got to be careful and not get excited because otherwise I can't breathe. This is my little puppy. Say hello to everyone there. Look there. Look there. Look there. He's not impressed and it's cold. Oh, let's not forget the other one. Ozboz, Ozzy. So Jessie and Ozzy. These are the little puppies that I brought in a long time ago. And they were so small. Jessie used to fit in my top pocket. No. And now this is them now. And they're ready for bed because they got their jammies on. And they've got to put the jammies on because Jessie is lazy today. She's usually so busy. She's just been sleeping today. Haven't you? Haven't you? Unfortunately, they're not like, what's Ronaldo's dog's name? So they don't sing. She's just ready to sleep. Yes. And Ozzy doesn't change the look. He's got like that look. That's his excited look. That's his sad look. That's his upset look. That's his please sir, I want some more look. That's Ozzy's look. Here we go. There. I don't know why I'm thinking of everything today when we don't have the time. And Jessie in her little granny pants. There. No, she's looking at mommy. There's nothing else between mommy. And she has a heart that is 30% too big. We've had to actually have her at the vet. There's nothing they can do for her. We just got to keep her calm, although she's the most active little person, except now that they don't like it in here because I have the aircon on. So, of course, they die of cold. These little guys die of cold for anything. There we go. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
The lid is gone.
Oh, my goodness me. Granny pants. There we go. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, that's the thing. Some sponsor shops are cheaper than other shops. Hendo, Valerie. Camel is off the prices on the racks. Camel is off the prices, yes. Camel is very, very expensive. Very, very expensive. Except I can get them for cheaper over here. I get them for about $1.70 at duty free. And so I go to duty free and buy them. Pall Mall were legal. They had no warnings on the packages. Now they put warnings on and the price of Pall Mall shot up. My goodness me. How's that? Hello, Ruthie. Thank God I don't smoke, drink alcohol, or eat takeaways. What's the use of living then? Cameron Sweet. You've got to do something on the edge. Yeah. I don't drink alone. I do smoke, but I've gone back to vaping, but that's illegal, yeah? But it just smells so much better in this room because I was smoking hectically. And I was actually picking up a lung or two the next morning when I woke up. So, yeah, that's it. There we saw this cute Yoda in your video. Thank you. Jessie and Ozzy are my little apple of my little eyes. Mexican dog in Cambodia. No, they're not bred in Mexico, but originally. Yeah. No, they are my apples of my eyes. They are my children. And when I see them and I look at them, I'll tell you about the story about Ina and I sometime. We never had children together. I have a child and she has 3. And so, and they came in groups. So we've never actually grown up with a child, but these 2 little pups we've had since they were born, type of thing. And like we'll say 3 months after they were born, although they came from pet shop, and we've had them since they're little handfuls. And we used to put them in our. I used to put Jessie in my top pocket when I got home from work and walk around with her like that. And I look at them and I think, can somebody love something so much that it hurts? And I think, I wonder if that's how people actually feel about their kids as well. And probably that is why when kids do things so wrong badly that it hurts so much as well. But my dogs can do no wrong. Carter, that's his dog, sets my geese off outside my bedroom window, says Valerie. The stream made a long day really enjoyable. Thank you very much, Fiona. I'm sorry that I haven't done much, but I'm going to start bringing this to a close now. For another great stream, yeah, have a wonderful, wonderful day. I sincerely thank you for all clocking in. Think about where you're boycotting, who you're boycotting, and who gets affected by it. Unfortunately, the places we shop, I must agree, are actually for our own survival these days, especially in South Africa. It's, you know what, you've got to find out how to survive. It's not a matter of what is the right thing to do. It's how I'm going to get through. And as I said, we also looked at going back. And if you'd go back, well, first of all, if I got a job, which I wouldn't get, I would be living hand to mouth, month to month, long hours, crappy job, low pay, and if I got a place to stay. So, yeah. Think about where you're boycotting, who it's affecting. Not telling you what to do and who not to, because I have my own feelings on that as well. So I'm not going to entice you onto that. But yeah, thanks for the stream. Thank you too. Debbie says thanks to my angel White Zulu. You've definitely found a way to get through and survive. Most definitely so. Guys, akunchara. Love you. Look after yourselves. Hopefully by next week I've got a better content, or I can start the content at the beginning and I'm not so stupid that I start reading messages and all that type of stuff. Have work to do. Be good. Look after yourself. And if you can't be good, at least be kind.